Good morning. It's Get Up. Yeah. We're presented by Freestyle Libre, and if it sounds like there's a little less enthusiasm than usual in the studio this morning, Rex, why is that?
Man, I mean, look, Greeny, normally Mondays we can't wait, man. We're so fired up talking about the games and all the great things we saw and all that. Unfortunately, man, I mean, two of our best players, I mean, have, awful injuries, lost for the season, and it feels damn depressing.
And yet it is the only place we begin. One on offense, one on defense. We start on offense, and that's Kansas City, where Patrick Mahomes' season is over after he tore his ACL in the left knee in the closing minutes of yesterday's loss to the Chargers, a result that also ended Kansas City's playoff hopes officially. Mahomes had an MRI after the game that confirmed the injury. He and the Chiefs are now exploring surgical options. About an hour or so after the game was over, Mahomes posted on social media, "Don't know why this had to happen. Not going to lie, it hurts, but all we can do now is trust in God and attack every single day over and over again. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom, for always supporting me, and for everyone who has reached out and sent prayers. I will be back stronger than ever." He is the face of the National Football League, the defining player of our favorite sport, the best player in our sport, and trending towards being one of the greatest players that ever lived. Shefty, we'll start with you. What do we know about the injury itself?
On a day when the Kansas City Chiefs were eliminated, when it couldn't be any darker, it gets darker because they lose their quarterback, their franchise, the face of the National Football League, to a torn ACL. And the question really is how much damage there is to other ligaments, and if and when it'll affect his availability for next season. He's gone for this season, unfortunately. He will not play again this season. But there is a question now about whether he will be able to make it back for the start of next season. Everybody's rooting for him. He's built differently than most. You hope he can do it. But I think whether he's available for the start of next year now is up in the air.
Okay, so we always turn to D. Wood for some sort of big proclamation off our top story of the day. What do we say about the Kansas City Chiefs today?
It's time for the Chiefs to retool. It's time for the organization. I'm not talking about just, adding a piece here, adding a piece there. I think it's time for the Chiefs to, as an organization, to take stock in what they got going on and retool this roster. We've said that going back to last year. Even when they went to the Super Bowl, we felt like it was a flawed team. And then when you look at this year, whether it's, obviously, Travis Kelce, who's been an all-time great at his position, showing slippage. Chris Jones, guy who's been fantastic, potential Hall of Famer as well, showing slippage. And you could go down the laundry list, the offensive line. There's a laundry list of items that when you look at this Kansas City Chiefs team, where you could just say, this is not good enough. This is not good enough for a team that's led by Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, and with this injury that Patrick Mahomes is dealing with, and like you said, it could affect him as far as his availability for 2026. I think now is the time for the organization to start retooling this thing.
Now, Rex, you've been saying for weeks and weeks how much they don't get me wrong here. We're not suggesting this is why he got hurt. He got hurt because in football, your chances of getting hurt are 100%.
Right.
For all these players, it happens eventually. But that they have just needed him depended on him for so much that maybe a little step back, rebuild everything else around him, and get ready for whatever the second run that Patrick Mahomes makes is going to be.
100%. I think it starts with Andy Reid. I think Andy's got to sit back and say, hey, look, man, we can't just put it all on this young man. We've got to give him some help. I think there has to be more focus on two things: protection of the quarterback and running the football. And they've been absolutely abysmal at running the football. They won't run the football. So I think schematically they need to reset it also.
Yep.
And don't just rely on what got us there. What got you there was Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. This is a once-in-a-lifetime player. That's what got you there. But we got to help them, I think, along the way as well.
And think about this also. It's the end of something. Because this was a team that had been to the playoffs for 10 straight years. They had won 9 straight divisions. They had been in the Super Bowl. They had won Super Bowls. Now, Travis Kelce's contract is up. Mm-hmm. There's the real possibility that Patrick Mahomes may never throw another pass to Travis Kelce ever again. That, when you think about it, one of the great combinations in football history. Yesterday may have been the last time.
I'll tell you when he will, at their Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
That's when they'll be up on that stage and they will do it. Look, here's the thing. it's the end of something, and then there'll be a new beginning of something. Dan, we all know this. When you've got a quarterback like him, he's still so young. There's going to be a whole second chapter to this. The symmetry to Brady. Let me put it up here for you, Cindy, if I can. A17. And Mahomes, that's the man he's chasing, right? Tom Brady is the man he's chasing to be the GOAT. They both now tore their ACLs in their 9th seasons, resulting in missed playoff runs for their teams. Now, they're not exactly the same. I know, I can hear you yelling. Brady hurt himself week 1. Mahomes' team was already out. But either way, look at the numbers. They both had 3 rings at that point. Mahomes actually has bigger offensive stats than Tom Brady did. There will be a whole second iteration, Dan, we assume, to Patrick Mahomes' great career. It's going to be a moment here where, to D. Wood's point, they reset, retool, whatever it is that they do. They depend on him too much the way they're currently built.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce take up 40% of their cap. That's just not going to build a sustainable winning football team, let alone organization, over the next 5+ years. I agree with Rex. A schematic, I'm thinking the Brady correlation. I think after that injury, is that when they added Gronk and Randy Moss?
In short order, yeah.
Yeah, so
he got hurt. They had Moss already when he got hurt, but that was when they went to the 2 tight ends.
Correct.
Things just changed. Things evolved.
So that'll be interesting to see how Kansas City looks at the situation, how they can evolve and not just be so Patrick go make some plays dependent. It's been trending this way for about 2 years as a football team. It sucks that this dynasty is over, but hopefully they'll build a new one.
Just think about what they used to be a few years ago on offense. They ring around the rosy, all these fun trick plays and all that kind of stuff. That feels like a lifetime ago.
They were hanging on for dear life over the last 2 seasons.
So for the moment, that run, one of the great 10-year runs we have ever seen, comes to an end, but they will be back. Meanwhile, in Denver.
Story before with other organizations that had runs like this. New England happens to be one of them. Sure. The Patriots, right? Mm-hmm. They kind of took the mantle from New England and said, we're going to run with it for a while. Yeah. Now New England, all of a sudden, they're kind of back again. Back. No one believed it. No one believed it. Yeah. Look, Patrick Mahomes is going to get well. He's going to get well. He's going to come off this injury, right? If Kelce retires, okay, he retires. Right now, what is Andy Reid going to do? He's still a young football coach. He's 68 years old, right? He doesn't have to play. Okay,
right, but he also doesn't have to prove anything.
But he doesn't. But this will go. Andy Reid will make this decision, whatever he wants to do. I hope he stays in it. One of the best organizations in the National Football League is the Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. So they're fine. Except when all of a sudden now you look at a team, you're going, oh, what's wrong with them? Hey, okay, they had their run. Yeah. They'll build it back. Quarterback will come back. And guess what? They might make another run.
Are they fine, though?
Yeah, there's some tools missing from the chest.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Xavier Worthy so far, and I'm not just saying this because you were such a big proponent of it. He's not panned out. Their draft capital that they've spent is either hurt or ineffective. Do you rush Patrick Mahomes back behind an offensive line? They can't protect him in the first place.
They can fix the offensive line on the offseason through the draft and through free agency. There's ways you fix your football team. Yeah. Right? They're going to fix this. Okay. They have Patrick Mahomes. They're going to fix it. Yeah. Promise you. This organization will find a way to fix it.
That's the most important piece. Him and Andy Reid.
You got a quarterback.
Those two together.
You got a quarterback, you got a chance.
I got you. All right. Hey, we got Monday Night Football tonight.